Ni hao, welcome to our video project. We'd like to share some comparisons between the Tsinghua campus and the University of Florida. One thing we noticed about Tsinghua's campus was how green it was. This is an image of one of Tsinghua's lawns with an auditorium in the background. Surprisingly, it looks very similar to what we have here on campus, Plaza of the Americas, with the university auditorium in the background. We also noticed that for a relatively quiet bunch, we must admit that Tsinghua students can make some noise. But let's face it, there's nothing like game day in the swamp. In this image, you see that the beauty of nature and architecture seem to be appreciated at both universities. Here we see an image at one of Tsinghua's many gardens, and here we see our very own Lake Alice, which is testament to the value we place on our own campus's most beautiful spots. At Tsinghua and at UF, we not only share gardens and lawns, but we also share odoms, although evidently us Gators are much more focused on our sports than our studies. Since at Tsinghua's odom, it houses books in its library. A difference that us Gators did experience at Tsinghua were the amount of bicycles. So we're not used to too many bikes flooding our bike racks. As you can see here in my dormitory, there's one over Christmas break. However, Tsinghua students informed me that even during breaks, this is what you could see in the bike racks. Everyone locking them up, organizing them, trying to get one to fit into a slot. Craziness with bikes, to say the least. One of our former students on campus at Tsinghua informed us that this monument or statue was not highly regarded because of its anonymity. At UF, we have something similar. We have a statue, or had a statue, in Plaza of the Americas of a couple dancing. And oftentimes students found this very random and purposeless, but it creates a sort of identity. However, we don't identify with anything more than the gator, the Florida gator, as you can see here. Although Tsinhua's campus did not explicitly have a mascot, we did find something similar on their campus. This very dandy statue of a tiger holding a Tsinghua University sign. As we mentioned before, studying was a priority in Tsinghua, as we noted several times and in conversations with our students. And this is not noticeable anywhere more than in the library. In our library, though, Club West, we can call it instead of Library West, it is known for lounging around and sort of exchanging conversations and studying, maybe looking at your computer once or twice, but nothing in comparison to there. Here we have our very own Warrington College of Business. As you can see, it's very green and very well kept and maintained, just like at Tsinghua, except Tsinghua's was a little more modern. As you can see, our friend here, Caroline, went to the School of Economics and Management as an exchange student, riding a bicycle as any Tsinghua student would. Our gym at UF, our newest Southwest Rec Center, as you can see, has many machines that you can work on and is very technological. Unlike at Tsinghua, where everything is sports through nature, activity through nature, getting physically active with what is around you. What is very nice is that it is centered right next to the dormitories you see in the background. Here you see a rivalry, which is very common amongst UF students and Florida State students. We saw something similar at Tsinghua University. And that rivalry was Beta versus Tsinghua. Tsinghua actually had another rivalry with Peking University, a university very well known just as Tsinghua was, but we all know who's number one, as well as who's number one in the Gator Nation.